गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय तदा कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। यो गुरुदेव गुरुदेवाय यो गुरुदेव विष्णुपादाय राधिकाय प्रियात्मने श्री श्रीमद् भक्तिवेदान्त नारायणाय नामिने श्री कृष्ण लीला कथाने सुधाक्षमौदार्य माधुर्य गुणाय युक्तम वरम वरेण्यं पुरुषमान्तं नारायणं शिरसा नमामि। त्रिदण्डीनां भक्तशिरोमणि च श्रीकृष्ण पादाब्जौदयिक चैतन्य लीला सारसारं नारायण। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Let me offer millions of obeisance of glory to Gurudev, upon Guru Varga, Nama Nishta, all present past future Vaishnavas, Tavat Dandavat Pranam. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Pranot pranams to everybody. Today is our question and answers. And
Dandavat Pranam Gurudev.
Dandavat. So, first was Purnima. So, almost 15 days is over, 16, 17 days. This is Antargata, of Chaturmasya. The first part of 15 days is over. This Adhikamas, the Purushottam. So next is 12th August is Ekadasi, Kamala Ekadasi. And then 16th is new moon. So that is the end of the Purushottam month. And then afterwards,
Srila Gurudev, I think you muted yourself.
like the Chaturmasya started 3rd July, Purnima. Then 17th July, new moon. From 18th July till 16th August is this new month, Purushottam. So today is 3rd, so another 13 days. Then 16th to 31st is till next Purnima, new moon coming, is the first month of Chaturmasya. So you might wondering why it happens, because every 32 months and 16, about 15 days, 15 days, this extra month comes. 32 months and half, little more than half, just about half. So because of that half, the new moon to new moon, it moves over. That's about it. So that is the reason it appears like that. So 12th is the Kamala Ekasi, 12th August. And 16th August is new moon day, that is the end of the Chaturmasya, extra month. Then Chaturmasya continues like that. Another 15 days, like the rules is like first month, no greens like that. So now we were talking about the Bruhad Bhagavatamritam. Our Gurudev used to discuss, especially during this extra month, Bruhad Bhagavatamritam. And then he used to discuss other things, Rai Ramananda, someone like that. Now, so where we were at is, I think we discussed this. So we will take up our question and answers, but little bit about Bruhad Bhagavatamritam. So because this is the, like I was telling, this is topmost scripture. The course topmost is Srimad Bhagavatam, but this is the Amrita, nectar, not just essence of Bhagavatam, but it's the nectar, most delicious ambrosia of Srimad Bhagavatam is what this Bruhad Bhagavatamritam. In our Gaudiya Mat, Gaudiya Sampradaya, all the acharyas, whatever they have shown, like Samadhi Bhashya, from their deep meditation, they are able to have access to these, which is very rare, very difficult, unless Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives access, empowerment. So Sanatana Goswami was given that, and then he was able to access and then brought it out from there. So only this seems like happens only during Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time of Kali Yuga. Otherwise, I don't think this is accessible or even revealed. See, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is revealing this very amazing, Shastra, which is so immaculate. That's why we are so fortunate to be born, to be aware, to be living in this age of Kali is beyond any one's estimation. You could never know how precious, how fortunate we are. Really. So Srimad Bhagavatam itself is very rare. There are so many other Puranas, but Bhagavatam, but even higher than Srimad Bhagavatam is Brihad Bhagavatam. So, Parikshit Maharaj revealing this to Mother Uttara. Uttara is asking, like last time we said, she is asking the question, is this is it will be very painful for me to like, oh my son, he's saying Uttara, Mother Uttara, she was carrying the baby Parikshit, right? So Krishna protected her from the Ashwatthama's arrow, like Brahmastra, it will destroy this Brahma. Very powerful, no one can. So he entered the mother Uttara's womb, and then he protected both mother and the child. So that time the Parikshit baby has seen him, bluish. So he is looking for that person everywhere, he's searching. Am I going to see him, where he is, like that. That's why his name was Parikshit, one who examines. So mother Uttara, she is asking, for Sri Nanda, Yashoda and other Vrajavasis, there must surely be an abode far superior to Vaikuntha. Far superior. They must be superior to it. That place certainly exists. She was very sure that place really exists. And she could not ascertain where and how. So, kindly reveal that abode and save me from an ocean of sorrow. Because she is not happy to see that Nandamara, Yashoda, all the other Vrajavasis can go to a place like Vaikuntha, or a special place in Vaikuntha. She is not happy. There must be a very special place because they are so special, so dear, near to Krishna. There must be some. Please reveal me that. What is that? Oh, my son, otherwise you will leave very soon. Matter of few hours, he will also disappear. Then who is going to, save me? Who is going to reveal that to me? There is no one, because he heard this from Sukadeva Goswami. Please. So for that question, for that, Parikshit Maharaj is starting, and Krishna's arrangement, the day became extended, just like Rasalila, that night extended, like almost a day of Brahma, like Krishna can. Same thing during Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastime, Sankirtan time, extend. Yes, just to bring out Srimad Brihad Bhagavatamritam, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also extended. So he is recounting a history, Parikshit Maharaj history. Oh mother, In ancient times, a poor Brahmana was who lacked any scriptural knowledge lived in Prajyotisha Pura, the present Guwahati in Assam, state of Assam. So Prajyotisha Pura. Banasura was the capital at that time. So the goddess Kamakya Devi, Durga Devi, is present there. And every day the Brahmana faithfully worshipped her with a desire for great wealth and opulence. Great wealth and opulence. He was praying to this Durga Devi. But he was ignorant, he did not know anything. Spiritual knowledge. He was a poor Brahmana. So, pleased with this worship. See, she is a Vaishnavi. Goddess Kali is also a Vaishnavi. So she is pleased with his worship, and he was a poor Brahmana. She saw something special in him. She said, if I really give him, ordinary, mundane wealth and all that, what he will do? He will again, he might give up, because when someone one can become mad with the wealth also, okay? Mundane education, wealth, good family, beauty, become mad. They lose themselves. They become puffed up, false ego. And what happens? They will forget Krishna. They forget themselves and their own nature, and they forget Krishna, and then so anyway, she didn't want to do that. So what she did was, because she pleased with his worship, the goddess appeared in his dream and gave him a mantra. What mantra? 10-syllable Gopal mantra, whose deity is Sri Madan Gopal. So, if you have a question, wait a minute, the mantra that we also got, what is this? Not much difference. This is the one we recite is 18 syllable. This is 10 syllable. Ours is much more, because Sambandha Videya, this is only Prayojana. Tattva is there. 10 syllable Gopal mantra, whose deity is Madan Gopal. Still, deity is Madan Gopal. This mantra embodies immense potency. Immense potency, too much power. When conferring this mantra on the Brahmana, the goddess instructed him about the process of mantra meditation and also about nyasa and other rituals and worship. She told him that by the power of this mantra alone, he would achieve the service of the lotus feet of Madan Gopal. So, this is what she gave. Now, what happened was, by the power of mantra, he started chanting, because he had a faith in her. So, what happened? On Devi's instruction, the Brahmana became absorbed in recitation of the mantra. As he constantly chanted this mantra in a solitary place, his desire for wealth vanished and he became peaceful within. See, he became peaceful. Before he was not peaceful, because why? He wanted to have material wealth. If you have something desire not fulfilled, you become not peaceful. Okay? Within, not peaceful. But when the desire went away, because the power of mantra, because mantra is giving you even higher wealth, you see, beyond any calculation. So when it is giving that, this mundane wealth is also doesn't looks petty, and then he's not concerned, he's no longer worried. So he became very peaceful. The Brahmana was ignorant of the fundamental principles of the absolute truth. So, because he does not know any other things, he started thinking, in addition to the chanting of the mantra, there must be some other transcendental goal and some other process to achieve it. He doesn't have that this alone will do everything. So, some days later, the Brahmana renounced his home life. He left his home. Begging just enough to maintain his bodily existence, he wandered to the different holy places of pilgrimage and finally reached Ganga Sagar, the confluence of the river Ganga and the ocean. So, now the way Parikshit is telling is, because he wants to describe that Golok. So for that, if you suddenly start describing that glories of that, you may not understand. So he wants to describe all other places, in relation. Gradually he's taking us every place. That's why it's very amazing. Very, very sweet, very short time. So that's why he's telling this history, how this Brahmana travels. The Gopakumara comes. It's very amazing. So he leaves their home because of the power of mantra, and then he goes to Ganga Sagar, where the Ganga meeting the ocean. It's in the West Bengal, near Navadvip. From Navadvip, it's about couple of hours, 5-6 hours, I think. So great sages, many people go there. So there he met many Brahmanas, mostly householders, who were expert in various branches of knowledge and engaged in executing their religious duty. These Brahmanas, their varnashrama thing, duties. They were expert in all language, in all aspects of Vedas. There is 16, the 14 divisions of knowledge. They were all expert. So he heard from those Brahmanas about the necessity of daily obligatory rites and of circumstantial rituals. He also heard about ritualistic activity to fulfill material desires, how one obtains heavenly pleasures as a result of these activities. So this kind of activity the Brahmanas engaged. Observing the Brahmanas' strong faith in their rituals, which they expressed in Solomon vows, he also developed faith in those rituals. Because that's all, he was listening to them, heard about them. He also got interested in them. After receiving instruction from them, he also began to perform the same rituals. But meantime, honoring the goddess order, Brahmana continued to chant this Gopal mantra daily in a solitary place. Prescribed time he was chanting. Although he continued to engage in those ritualistic activities, nevertheless, due to the power of mantra, his heart was not satisfied. See, he's chanting this Gopal mantra, but he's trying to engage in those Brahmanical, but he is not happy in that. Finally, becoming disinterested in those ritualistic activities, Brahmana went to the sacred abode of Kashi. He went to Kashi. He was not satisfied. Ganga Sagar. Went to Kashi. There he met many sannyasis who had come from different countries. These sannyasis were engaged in debating the various explanations of Advaitavada, the theory of monism. In Kashi, famous monism. See, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu time also he went there. Prabodhananda Saraswati, like that. They describe day and night. And see, the scripture, it will save us so much trouble, okay? See, listen to this. First, he offered respectful obeisances to Sri Vishweshwara, Vishwanatha. Kashi is famous for Kashi Vishwanath, or Shivas, Mahadev. If you remember in the pastime of, actually, it's amazing. Sanatana Goswami, when he was in Vrindavan, Madan Mohan temple, Madan Mohan temple. So a Brahmana comes from this Kashi, and he was also worshipping Vishwanath Mahadev. And he himself sent him to meet Sanatana Goswami, right? Because he was also praying to get his daughter get married. He wanted wealth. But Lord Shiva was so merciful, he sent him there. And then in the beginning, Sanatana Goswami was wondering why. Wait a minute. I don't have even a proper clothes. I'm so, he is saying, but I don't have any wealth to give. So I'm sorry. Then Brahmana became upset and he went away. Then Sant Goswami was remembering, oh yes, one time there was a very precious touchstone. You touch any metal, it becomes gold. So I threw it away. That's the reason Lord Shiva sent this. Otherwise, why he will send it? So he sent somebody to bring back that Brahman. So called back. So that Brahmana came back, he gave him that. He has told him, you search there, pile of, things that are thrown. Maybe you will find the touchstone. The highest value, that thing is Sanatana Goswami has thrown it out. So he searched it, he found it, then he tested it. Why, yes, some metal became gold, and he was so happy. So happy. Wow, he said, I'm the richest person in the whole world. So he was happily going. Then because of Brahmana and mercy of Mahadev, Lord Shiva, Vaishnava, Param Vaishnava, something happened. Wait a minute, a question can arise. Otherwise, this question will not come. Once we get the wealth, we get inundated. Our thinking process becomes, what you call, jammed. Okay, you think of only enjoying this, that, we lose we lose sight of so many things. But because of Vaishnava, Param Vaishnava, he thought, wait a minute. When I went there, he had nothing. No material wealth, completely dejected. He's appeared like very, but here, he has thrown this so much precious stone. But he is not a mad person or an unintelligent. He's very extraordinary. Otherwise, why Lord Shiva will send me there? He's so dear to Lord Shiva. So that means he must have something more wealthier than there. He's cheating me. Bah, see, something amazing. Mercy of Vaishnava. So he went back and he told Sanatana Goswami, he has cheated me. You have something more precious. If you are throwing this away, which the whole world wants it, then you must have something. Then Sanatana, oh, you want that also? Then he cannot have both, okay? He said, either you have to throw one, you have to throw the material, wealth to get back the spiritual wealth. Or if you want material wealth, you have to throw spiritual wealth. So what do you want to do? Yes, I'm willing to throw this worthless thing. So he threw it out and then asked him to take a bath in Yamuna. Then he gave him the Krishna mantra, Gopal mantra. See, he was also given this Gopal mantra. See? You can imagine this is millions of more precious than the touchstone. So you all have got that, then why you're all crying? Okay, my question to all of you. Okay. Especially this, that's why I'm saying. So this book actually reveals the power of this one Gopal mantra. So anyway, that Kashi we are talking. So he went there, and there they all the manish discussing, how merging this and that. The intelligence of all those sannyasis was expertly applied purely in debate. Instead of doing kirtan and all that, deliberation. Their statements on liberation from material existence were presented logically, as if liberation were a common gooseberry in the palm of their hand. They are discussing liberation. Oh, it's as if it's an easy thing. Therefore, listening to their discussion, the Brahmana began to think that their views were quintessential and supreme. Because he was listening, this is the thing, you become interested in what you associate with. He grabbed by that. But so the Brahmana regularly heard those sannyasis cite verses from Vedanta declaring the superiority of the renounced order of life and of impersonal liberation. This is what it is. They keep on hammering, You have to take sannyas and then this impersonal liberation, meaning merging, Brahman, you become Brahman, you become like that. Daily after bathing in the Ganga at Manikarnika Ghatha, he took darshan of Sri Vishwanatha. Without having to work, he ate delectable meals to his heart content with those sannyasis. Thus, he developed an urge to accept sannyasa. He was in their company, so he started thinking, oh, I should take sannyasa. But due to Brahmana's reverence for Kamakya Devi and he was chanting this mantra, Gopal mantra, and his experience of internal happiness, he did not give up chanting his mantra. That's why we should not give up this chanting, Diksha mantras, any time, we should continue. Some days passed, and then one night in the dream, he had a vision of mantras presiding deity. See, because he was chanting, the deity appeared to him. When the mantra's presiding deity appeared to him in the dream, the deity's extreme beauty captured the Brahmana's heart and filled with him supreme bliss. From then on, except for his chanting of the mantra, all other activities felt distasteful. He lost taste in anything else other than chanting this mantra. So, Brahmana became confused about his duties. These people are telling, manism, liberation. bhakti, and sannyas, like that. In a state of despair, he fell asleep. What to do? Or I chant this mantra, Gopal mantra. Continue, forget about anything else. He got confused. So, Mahadeva, along with Devi, appeared in his dream and ordered him as follows. Oh fool, he is telling, you must not accept sannyasa, renounce order, you should not. Of course, the Vaishnava sannyas is different, but actually, there is sannyas is only Vaishnava sannyas, not this mundane Mayavadi sannyasa. That's also there. So quickly go to the district of Sri Mathura. There in Sri Vrindavana, your desire will certainly be fulfilled. So Lord Shiva and Parvati, Kamakya is telling, you leave Kashi, and go away, don't stay here. So, see, this is amazing, how merciful Lord Shiva for some. So hearing this, the Brahmana became very eager to go to Mathura, repeatedly singing, Mathura, Mathura, Mathura Dipater Akilam Madhuram. He walked into that direction. On the way, he came to Prayag. So this is a problem. Like, we have to, Gurudev and Sampradaya, they're telling our destination is this. But on the path, we get somewhere, get again stuck. See, this is what happens to him. In the Prayag, the king of all pilgrimage places is decorated with the lotus feet of Sri Madhava. It is very attractive because there the river Yamuna takes shelter of river Ganga. Meaning, actually, both wants to serve together in an association. Both are serving Lord. They want to serve together, taking shelter of each other. Thousands of sadhus had congregated there for the early morning ritual of bathing during the month of Magha. Very cold. Reaching Prayagaraja, the Brahmana witnessed this huge gathering of saintly persons. So many people gathered. Prayag. Even today, confluence of Ganga, Yamuna, and from bottom comes Saraswati. So they were engaged in devotional activities like constantly singing, offering obeisances, uttering glorification, singing the names of God, playing on instruments, dancing. Some were crying out exactly ecstatically in divine love, and some were weeping. Arriving there, Brahmana witnessed this enormous celebration dedicated to the worshipping Supreme Lord Vishnu. He saw this. Wonderstruck by this scene, the innocent and ignorant Brahmana. See, even though he saw this, he was not, he did not know what is Vaishnava, what is this. He was ignorant Brahmana, He came there, he did not understood because he didn't have knowledge. So he addressing them. Oh singers, oh reciters of prayers, oh people offering obeisances on the ground. See, he does not understand because he has not seen or understood. Seeing this, oh musicians, oh dancers, oh people calling out the names of Rama and Krishna, oh people who are weeping, oh you who are adorned with beautiful tilaka. He does not know who wears and wearing beautiful garlands. Why don't you stop this tumultuous din for a moment? Quiet down and tell me what you are doing. Whom do you worship so reverentially? So by this question itself, we understand how ignorant this Brahmana was. So then what happened was, some of them laughed at him. the question, from devotee. Others began to ridicule him, saying, "Oh fool, be quiet." But some saintly Vaishnavas, advanced Vaishnavas, who were affectionately disposed toward the fallen and wretched, began to speak as those great Vaishnavas. "Oh son of a Brahmana, it seems that your intelligence is very dull. Do you not know anything? These are all devotees of Sri Vishnu, and you should never again address them like this or speak to them in this way. O Brahmana, we have all accepted spiritual initiation or Diksha from our Guru. Thus, accordingly to our respective mantras, we all worship Sri Vishnu appropriately. O best of twice born, some of us are worshipping the Lord as Sri Narsimha others as Sri Raghunathji Rama, and others as Sri Gopala Deva. In this way, we worship various manifestations of Sri Vishnu. Then Parikshit is telling, "O mother," hearing this, the Brahmana became embarrassed. In a humble manner and in delight, he inquired, "Where does Parameshwara, your worshipable Lord, live? What is his form like? What benefit can he bestow?" He is asking. So the Vaishnava said, "Oh, our Lord is unconstrained by place, time, and matter." See, Lord is not constrained by time, place, and things, matter. He always exists everywhere, residing inside and outside of everything. His equal is not to be found anywhere. There is no one equal to him or above him. He is the super soul within all living beings and is even the controller of Brahma and other controllers of the universe. By nature, he is the absolute embodiment of eternity, knowledge, and bliss. With his qualities, his beauty, and so on, he attracts everyone's mind. He eternally resides in Vaikuntha, the transcendental realm, and fully gives of himself, even his own soul, to all his surrendered devotees. Who can narrate the glories of the Lord, who is extolled in the Shrutis and Smritis? Therefore, just stay here, okay, and regularly hear the explanation of the Puranas and other scriptures from the Vaishnava. Moreover, you should behold Madhava Deva, who is the exact form of the Lord of the entire universe, Jagat Prabhu, and offer him obeisances. If you do this continually, you will quickly come to understand all these topics. This is Vaishnavas instructed him. So then Parikshit is telling, thereafter, according to the instructions of the Vaishnavas, the Brahmana took darshan of Sri Madhava and bowed down to him. He observed that the deity Sri Madhava was similar in appearance to his Sri Madan Gopala Deva, whom he saw at the time of chanting his mantra. There was some similarities. So in this way, the Brahmana heard portions of the Puranas in the association of those Vaishnavas. In addition, he also took darshan of the many Vishnu deities there they were worshipping. Nevertheless, due to ignorance, the Brahmana did not develop complete knowledge. In other words, he was unable to fully comprehend the idea that my worshipable Lord is in truth non-different from Jagadishvara, Supreme Lord of the universe, from Sri Madhava, and from the deities worshipped by these Vaishnavas. He could not understand this. So, but he is always thinking, the worshipable Lord of these sadhus is indeed the Supreme Lord of the universe, and who is also Sri Madhava. However, the personality I worship is someone else. The deity of Lord Sri Madhava's four arms are decorated with a conch shell, disc, club, and lotus. However, my worshipable Lord is not like him. Therefore, how can my Lord be Sri Madhava? His question. How I can repose my faith for my worshipable deity in Sri Madhava? My Lord does not possess the half-man, half-lion form, nor does he possess the form of Vamana, Meena, Kurma, and Varaha. My worshipable deity is also not Sri Raghava, who is endowed with signs of royalty and who carries a bow in his hand. However, my Lord certainly resembles Gopala Deva, who is worshipped by some of these Vaishnava saints. Some resemblance. However, my worshipable Lord does not look like Jagadishvara. From the narration in Magha Mahatmya and other scriptures, I have heard about the characteristics of the Lord of the universe, and my Lord does not possess them. Decorated with forest flowers and playing on his flute, my worshipful deity takes the cows for grazing, going from forest to forest, along with the covered boys. Because he is a playful philanderer, greedy to enjoy amorous pastimes, he forever roams about with the gopis, the covered damsels. Unlike an ordinary person, he transgresses religious principles. Although the qualities of being the Supreme Lord of the universe are not fully manifest in my Lord, still, by the potency of the goddess, I derive happiness from worshipping him. So this also he does not understand. Therefore, I shall never abandon him or the chanting of his mantra. Thus the Brahmana made up his mind and began to chant his mantra as before, sitting in a secluded place. By the influence of saintly association, he was now able to chant the mantra with a pure heart. And while chanting, he began to behold the deity of the mantra as if he were personally present. By the influence of the nature of that object, in other words, by the influence of chanting the mantra, the Brahmana sometimes fell unconscious in a ecstatic bliss. Upon coming out of his unconscious state, he would lament that the proper time for chanting his mantra has elapsed. Why did this disturbance occur during my chanting time? This is a huge impediment. It has become night and my chanting is still not finished. Is this impediment due to my excessive sleep or is it because I am haunted by a ghost? Alas, what a wicked nature I possess that. Even while being despondent, I experience happiness in my heart. Even though this thing happening is feeling happiness somehow. So, lamenting in this way, one day the Brahmana fell asleep without having eaten anything. In his dream, the Supreme Lord Sri Madhava appeared and consoled him and instructed him as follows. O Brahmana, remember the words of Vishveshwara, the husband of Uma. Following the bank of the Yamuna river, proceed to Vrindavan. Don't waste time. Now Yamuna, you follow and you will reach Vrindavan. There in Vrindavan, by my mercy, you shall attain extraordinary joy. So do not stop or delay anywhere along the way. So Madan Gopal himself instructing him. Then, getting up early the next morning, the Brahmana began walking towards Vrindavan in a jubilant mood. Gradually, he arrived in Sri Madhupuri, where he based in Vishram Ghat. Vishram Ghat. Mathura. He then proceeded to Vrindavan. There he began to almost always have spurtis, internal momentary revelation in which he would see the entire entourage of Raja, the cows, the covered boy, and so on. Practically everything he used to picture in his meditation during chanting of his mantra. This vision of those associates of Raja filled the Brahmana with continuous, incomparable joy. Not seeing any people in that solitary land of Vrindavan, which was decorated with the presence of cows, he began to roam hither and thither. Then, east of Keshi Tirtha, he heard the sound of someone weeping. Huh? No, time is. So we will see. Then we will start question. So you understand this Brahmana now started from Ganga Sagar, then Kashi, then Prayag, right? Then he has come to Mathura and then Vrindavan. So in Vrindavan, he is roaming around here and there. He has visions. In near Keshigat, one day he hears somebody crying. So he followed the direction of the sound of crying, sensing that someone was crying in pure love of God while chanting the holy name of the Lord. He began to search here and there for that person. He heard somebody crying for chanting the Lord's name. So he went there in that direction. When he did not see anyone in the dense, dark forest, he ascertained where the weeping sound was coming from. Heading in that direction, he reached the bank of Sri Yamuna. In a secluded grove of Kadamba trees on the bank of Yamuna, the Brahmana saw a handsome, delicate youth dressed as a covered boy. Like a covered boy. Gopal. Upon seeing that covered boy, the Brahmana mistook him for the worshipable lord of his heart, because he was also like a covered boy. Crying out in great joy, "Oh Gopala, oh Gopala!" He offered him prostrated obeisances, falling to the ground like a stick. Went and fell. So he was thinking his own worshipable Lord. The covered boy was the crest jewel of omniscient personality. He could understand by his external consciousness that the Brahmana's birthplace was Mathura, that he was a resident of the country of Kamakhya Devi, and that he was a worshipper of Sri Madana Gopala. That covered boy, Sri Gopakumara, that covered boy whom he met was Gopakumara, then came out of the grove, lifting the Brahmana from the ground. He bowed down to him, embraced him, and sat him by his side. Embraced him and put him on his side. Then what happened? First, Gopakumara satisfied the Brahmana by extending appropriate hospitality to him. Then, to gain the Brahmana's confidence, Gopakumara, smiling, narrated some of the Brahmana's experiences to him. Because he is omniscient, he knew whatever experience he has gone. He went to Ganga Sagar, then Kashi, then Prayag, and all that, whatever he experienced, he understood. So he is narrating started so that he will gain confidence in him. Oh, he is exalted personality like that. Understanding Sri Gopakumara to be his friend, the Brahmana experienced great joy and with full trust narrated his entire life story to the covered boy. Now after that, he is telling entire life. Then realizing that Sri Gopakumara was a highly elevated saint and the wisest of the wise men, the Brahmana became humble and began to speak modestly as follows. Brahmana said, On the banks of the Ganga in Kashi and in other places, I have heard about many goals of life and many practices to achieve them. Nevertheless, I am unable to determine what is my spiritual goal and what means I should adapt to achieve it. What is the nature of the religious practice that I engage in every day as ordered by the goddess? What is its result? I do not even know the answers to these questions. You know, that's why our Gurudev, used to always insist, know the goal, know the goal. Huh? Then, sadhya, you should know. Then sadhana will come. Then you will not be will not be lost. Otherwise, like this, this Brahmana. So, for this reason, I consider my birth useless and would like to die. The only reason I am still alive is the mercy of Sri Vishwanatha and Bhagavan Sri Madhava. By their mercy, Vishweshwara and Kamakya Devi's mercy alone, I have met you. I am supremely happy because you resemble my worshipable Lord. Kindly deliver me as your omniscient and compassionate, and I am extremely wretched and insignificant. See? So, it's like Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna is surrendering to Krishna. Now, before that, he was thinking, oh Lord, oh Krishna, please take me. I want to see whom I have to fight. Then Arjuna saw whom he has to fight. His own grandfather, Bhishma, his own relatives, the children of Krishna, relatives of Krishna. Then he shook apart, saying he could not even hold his bow, very powerful. Got shaken and fell down. Could not. Then he gives argument why he should not fight. Oh, this, that. Then Krishna gave him injection, 1.5 hours, right? Oral injection. When he heard this, he became well. See, this is amazing. Okay, that's why the best medicine is not through, injection or this and that. Actually, hearing mantra. So chanting. So there is no powerful medicine or injection than that. So, similarly, now Parikshit is telling, O mother, after respectfully hearing the Brahmana's words, Gopakumara thought, this Brahmana has attained success and fulfillment of his desire as well. Now, the Brahmana's only remaining need is to be directly see Sri Madan Gopal Deva's lotus feet. Therefore, it is not necessary that he keeps his attachment to the quiet, solitary chanting of his mantra. Rather, he should develop exclusive attachment to Sri Nama Sankirtana, the singing and glorification of the names of the Lord. The best and highest form of worship of Sri Madan Gopala's lotus feet is that which is predominated by Nama Sankirtana. When the chanting of the holy names of the Lord is executed with loving dedication, he grants a result beyond all expectations. If spiritual practice such as faithful worship of the pastime places of Sri Madan Gopal and taking their darshan are performed with reverence and zeal in connection with Sri Nama Sankirtan, only then it is possible to achieve such a goal. Therefore, no other means of perfection is superior to this type of worship. This form of worship which causes the 4 Vedic goals: religiosity, economic development, sense gratification, and liberation, to appear worthless is capable of awakening love of God in the heart. Indeed, Sri Madana Gopala can be brought under control only by such worship, and therefore it is the best art of subjugation. Thus, there is no goal superior to this worship. To enlighten the Brahmana about this truth, I shall first narrate to him my entire life, by which all his doubts will be eradicated. See, the Gopakumara comes to this conclusion. He has all his doubts, he expressed. Now, how to eradicate all that? To tell my own life story, my own realization, my own path, because it seems very parallel to him. By this way, he will really understand, because he does not know anything else. It is true. Now, this question comes. We cannot reveal our realizations to others, okay? But see this argument. It is true that sadhus are not accustomed to glorifying themselves, right? No sadhu. Like Lokanath Maharaj, he told Krishnadas Kaviraj, don't mention my name in Chaitanya Charitamrita. He forbade him. Then Gopal Bhatta Goswami also, never. Because they are of, they don't want mention. They are so Vaishnavas. So they are of. But here now this Gop Kumara is telling this. He's telling that true, sadhus are not accustomed to glorifying themselves. We don't want to. Nevertheless, I shall describe my glorious experience to this Brahmana, because there is no other narration that will benefit him. See, this is a Vaishnava. To benefit him, if it's going to benefit somebody telling my past, if I refrain from that, then it is not fair. So I should give up, understand? That restriction, So because it's benefiting others. See, sometimes we glorify ourselves what? We put ourselves on top, right? See, I'm so great, I'm this, I'm that. You understand? But if someone is telling his past to help, to bring out that person, to take him higher, to bring closer to God, Krishna, then there is nothing wrong in that. Now, this is what Gopakumara is telling. Coming to this conclusion, the noble Gopakumara drew the Brahmana's attention and began narrating his personal experience. Just as sages or rishis, the teachers of Purana, speak those scriptures. So, Gopakumara said, there are many historical accounts on this subject, but I will relate only my personal experience. I shall certainly recount all those experiences that I realize in my natural condition. In regard to those that took place during my states of ecstasy, I will first remember them and then relate them to you as well. So, then, so like this, we'll end here, we'll start question. So, this is very amazing scripture. So, essence of everything. So, any questions are there? No, long question. So I feel guilty that my parents are working hard to make a lot of money for me. And sometimes they have to drink, smoke, gamble for business purpose. But I am putting most of my focus on bhakti instead. From a society point of view, I am not fulfilling my dharma of making a lot of money for my parents and starting my own family soon. Srimati Shamarani Didi once asked if it is okay to not speak to her parents, and Srila Gurudev said that you will go to hell. How should I deal with such guilt and expectation from family? Maybe I should not take their money anymore, or else I feel pressured, and it makes me even want to quit bhakti sometimes. I don't want to lie while talking to them, as they want me to start eating meat and stop doing spirituality, and I cannot do that. So, uh, so what to do, right? Now you are not alone in this question, okay? So I can guarantee that. So exactly the same situation is there in everyone. Now I'll tell you. Um, you know, our Gurudev himself in his own life was like that. You know, he was big family. I think about 40 plus. That time in India, like a combined family. Like even my upbringing is also like that. Uncles, uh, so many uncles, not one, so many uncles together in a big house living, and aunts and grandmother, grandfather, their children, and is a what do you call that? Nowadays, it's very rare to come across. Big family together. Uh, and our Gurudev responsibility was working in political. He was the only person who was earning any money. So his father dependent on his earning to take care of this big family. Now our Gurudev meets Vaishnavas. Bhakti Kamal Madhusudan Maharaj, before sannyas, after that he came Bhakti Madhusudan Maharaj. So then, interest started, and then hearing and hearing, he started chanting, and then like this Brahmana, once you start this, you start losing interest, you know. So eventually, Gurudev, he had a tough time. See, this is the thing. There will be a call to do this responsibility, continue, or doing, bhakti together, or give up this and then go. A point came, I will tell you, it takes a lot of time. But anyway, of course, he's eternally, eternal associate of Radha, But to us, to teach us, like in this situation, where we are telling this question, he sometimes Lord puts into those kind of situations. How they dealt with that, situation. So how determined he was. Then what happened? Uh, so many people depending on him, and he made up his mind. He wrote a letter to Param Gurudev. Then they was exchanging with letter, and then one day he said, "I should." And his experience also, Lord. One time, like he was going to his night duty. And he came across Ram Katha. He was listening. He said, I will sat for a while and see, listen to Harikatha and then go to my. Sat there, he absorbed in Harikatha and whole night passed. He did not realize that. Morning sun came, Aarti, and then he realized what is happening. Then he went to his office. Then his superior called him and then he said, he gave me a sheet and then said, last night I went to see everyone, how they were. They were all dozing off. But you were awake. You were on your duty. I was amazed. That's why I'm giving you promotion. Here he has not gone to his office, but he was only engaged in hearing the glories of the Lord, Harikatha. And here Lord has assumed his form and he did his work, and brought him glory. See, but then he realized, wait a minute, what am I doing this? So like that, he made up his mind to give up. Anyway, finally, apparently, like for example, Raghunath Das Goswami, see, he was only his son. His wife was young, like a Apsara, like Apsara meaning you understand, like heavenly planet, so much beautiful. And he was only son, wealthy like Indra, no less, but no taste. He walked away. Now he did not worry who is going to take care of the property of his father, what will be the destination of his parents and all that. Our Param Gurudev, the mother, like our Gurudev, tells in his in the biography of Param Gurudev. He said, one day a letter came from his mother, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati ordered Param Gurudev, go and visit your mother. She has written a very pitiable letter. She wants to see you. Looks like she may be end of her life. Should go there, talk to her, pacify her. So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati ordered him. Now our Param Gurudev, young, so he's thinking now what to do. His order of Guru is there and mother is ordering. Now what I should do? See, a situation can be more serious than this, imagine. But then he stayed back in a corner of the mud. He did not go. A day passed, was not even taking anything. And somebody told Vinodda, they used to call him. He is here, Gurudev. Bhaktisiddhanta was surprised. What? I told him to go to home. He has not gone his home. Call him. And then he came, Param Gurudev, trying. Then Bhaktisiddhanta, why did not go? I told you to go. Then Vinodda is telling, oh Gurudev, you taught me who is the real mother and father. In every life I get mother and father. So many lives, mother, father, husband, wife, children, so every life. But in every life you don't get a guru. Who is his real father? Real mother who can take you to the real home. So if I go and if she tells, oh, at the last minute, oh, you should engage in the family, take care of this estate, then what happens? I cannot say no to her. Then what happens? I also lost, she is also lost, then what happens? Your association, your instruction. You instructed me. Huh? You renounce. You gave so many examples. Bhagavatam. Uh, you know. So then Bhaktisiddhanta says, tears in his eyes. Wow. Here is a real disciple, who understood his, and he was very happy. See, by this act, now what has happened? Now is he transgressing? Param Gurudev transgressed the laws and the rules. It appears, but actually it is the best thing. He delivered his mother. See how many estates, so many lives we had, so many estates. Now where are they? You understand? Material thing is, nothing is permanent. Who is the owner of some land? You are not the owner. How long you will be here? Nobody is permanent. We are passing by. Okay. We are on a transit. Say, suppose you are flying from India to the US. Huh? On transit, you land in, say, somewhere in Europe, maybe London, someplace. There you are in a, like a place, right? In an airport, you go there, there will be some shopping and all that. Then instead of looking that you are a transit, if you get involved there, what happens? You lose your flight and then you miss your destination. So don't get attached to these things, transitory things. Don't get attached to these mundane parents, and don't think, oh, now they are depending on my thing for their welfare, right? This question also will come. Well, now, wait a minute. They will become old, yes. Who will take care of them? They spend their money on my education. Is it fair on my part to, reject them, come to bhakti? See, these are the questions. This is what Param Gurudev or Gurudev. Now what happened? Look back, okay? Now, Gurudev's family, they are well-to-do. Now, Krishna took care of them. Param Gurudevs also. Like Gaur Govind Maharaj, one example I will tell you. He was a teacher. He took sannyas from Swami Maharaj. And then his family came back to him saying, please sign here in your previous name so that we can get the, what you call, pension. Pension. Pension? When he retired, he get regular monthly income, pension. If he just signs in his previous name, but he refused to do that. But he said, when I took, I gave up all that, my previous name, this, I have nothing to do. It's Lord's business, he will take care of. And that's exactly what Lord did. He had a daughter to be married. And then Lord inspired somebody, some devotee, and he got interested and he got married to her, his daughter. Very well to do. They're upcoming, no problem. See, Krishna will take care of you. He's taking care of so many birds, so many animals. Even so many people whom they are not even thinking about it. So don't you think he will take care of you if you, dedicate your life in his cause? What is his cause? He wants to elevate people suffering, okay? People are suffering, they don't know they are suffering in this material world. They are, intoxicated by material things, sense gratification. They are intoxicated. They don't know what is like this Brahman. don't know what to do or what not to do, like that. They don't know. They're simply wasting their time. Precious time, human life, understand? So, if you dedicate your life for that, and of course, your parents seems like they get upset over this, and they also might see who is going to take care of them. See, Krishna will arrange all that, or Guru Parampara will take care of that. You think they are simply watching and doing nothing. They are doing everything. They know. They know more than us. Understand? They are watching you. So, it is a great opportunity. We are very fortunate in that sense, you know. Otherwise, of course, your parents will be very happy if you eat meat, drink, smoke like somebody else. Oh, normal. What normal, you know? Who is crazy, right? They think we are crazy and we think they are crazy. So really, who is crazy? You understand? So, in one sense, both are crazy, okay? But who is the best crazy? Okay, that is the question. You know, in Krishna's service, if you become crazy, thinking of Krishna, become mad, that is best craziness, okay? So, so this is the thing. So don't give up. You should not in this. And you are not telling the lie also. See, this is not a lie, okay? What is lie? Tell me. Lie is, what is that? What is very uh, sweet to the sadhu, to the guru and Vaishnava and Bhagavan. You know, what is sweet to them, that is not lie. But for other normal people, it may appear like lying. Say, it's like this, like Haridas Thakur. See, you remember, Haridas Thakur, this Ramchandra Khan sends a prostitute to bring him down, to bring bad name, right? You remember the past time? Haridas Thakur is chanting, right? 3 lakhs in a cave. And then people are coming and then, having his darshan, going away. And he's becoming respected. And this person doesn't tolerate this, become envious. Oh, I should make him, feel like bad person. How to do? Send him a prostitute and then make his character bad or like that. Isn't it? So he sent a prostitute. And she's making like this, and then of course she did. The Tulsi was there, she paid obeisances, and then like, and then Haridas Thakur understood who and what. And Haridas Thakur is telling, you have come, you have a desire, I want to fulfill your desire. I know, I want to fulfill your desire. But please understand my position. I will certainly fulfill your desire. But I have taken an obligation, a vow that I have to, number of rounds I should chant. Then after that, I will freely mix with you. I will fulfill your desire. Then here, this she is saying, now wait a minute. She is a sadhu, Haridas Thakur, talking to prostitute like that. I will fulfill your desires. So mundane way, if you look at it, it looks very bad. Oh, wait a minute, he's talking like this. Very bad. But why is telling? And why she is also thinking, wow, he wants to satisfy my desire. So that means, wow, my desire of coming here is satisfied. I will break his character. Wow, I will get a lot of money. She is thinking like that. No, but Haridas Thakur is telling what? Fulfill your desire, meaning what? She is a soul. Understand? Our desire is to give up all this nonsense and do service to the Krishna. Chant Hare Krishna. That is the desire of the soul. He is talking the soul level desire, and she is talking the desire on the level of body. Understand? So there is a, like appear like that. So then what happens? He asks, requester, please, sit down. Please sit down. And here, here. You sit down just. As soon as I finish my run, I might finish very soon. See, is Haridas Thakur is playing trick. So Haridas Thakur is simply, he's not thinking about her. He started thinking about Lord's name to bring the soul, understand? Bring the soul to Krishna. Deliver this soul. That is his intention. So he is chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. He is praying to Nama Prabhu. Please bring this soul to you. Mercy on her, like that. He is chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And she is also listening. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. What happens? The pure devotee is singing, chanting. Gradually, she started becoming purer. All her anarthas, dirty things started going away. Then morning came, he asked forgiveness, Morning came, what to do? I could not finish my round. Certainly, I will fulfill this evening if you come, your desire. So she was now attracted because she heard the holy name, some purification, some attraction, Because so far doing all this prostitute, she was not happy. You think any prostitute in this world is happy? You tell me. In one way, we are all prostitutes. Understand? Why? Because we have given up our real service to, Yugal Kishore. We are doing something else. So what else? So in one sense, So, so then what happened? She comes back again because some attraction is there. And then again he assures her, no, see, by the time tonight I will finish, I know. I will fulfill your desire. Please don't go away. No, please stay. So she is listening again and again. And by listening to what happened, transformation happened. Then he understood, oh, what a wretched soul He's a greater soul, so pure. I came to destroy his character. What a wretch I am. See, complete transformation. She fell flat on the ground and asked forgiveness. Oh, I came to destroy your character, but he showed me mercy. You delivered me. Now I understand what was my situation. He sent me for making money, this and that. I was, attracted to the skin, right? This is selling my skin, right? Basically what it is, prostitution. That's what we are all engaging in some form of the other. So then she said, I'm tired of this. Please deliver me. Then he told, first you go back. Whatever the way your wealth, whatever you gave it to Brahmanas, whoever wants this. Then don't bring anything, your past, okay? Then what about my future? Don't worry. So he had faith in her. So she came back without just one cloth, one set cloth, white cloth like that. Then she said, what should I do? Take a bath, and then he gave the harinam. And now what should I do? There is a tulsi there. You sit down and chant. What about my meals, dress? Don't worry, everything will be coming. And Haridas Thakur went away. And she had faith in that. She became very famous. Wow, here is a prostitute. Now a Vaishnavi. People came asking, giving obeisances to her, giving something. No problem, our life went by. See? So, so same way our parents' life will be taken care of more than what he could do, right? I will give you in writing, okay? Suppose if you dedicate yourself, their expectation, they must have spent some money. They will get back more than that. Because eventually they will become devotees. Maybe in this life, next life, that. See? In other words, what? Because your dedication now, you choose what is in the good path, in the bhakti path. You are delivering your own parents, yourself, your parents, grandparents, so many generations. Suppose if you are stuck in a family, okay, again making money, drinking meat and drinking and all that, they will be, externally happy. Wow, my daughter is actually going to a bar. you know, see, disgusting, and this is what makes them happy. She is normal. No, my daughter, granddaughter is not normal. She is chanting. She has gone crazy. See, if you choose to become crazy, okay, then your craziness, bhakti craziness is the best thing because it will deliver your parents, grandparents, their grandparents, everybody. Okay, understand? But if you listen to their expectation, externally making them happy, you are going to hell, they are also going to hell, and previous generation are also going to the hell. Okay, tell me, which is the right path? You understand? So, so don't, our acharyas and all that, they never, did that. So don't worry, it is not that you are not fulfilling your obligation, Scripture is also telling who is the father and mother, who are the, husband, wife, guru, unless they deliver their dependence from the cycle of birth and that. They are not parents, husband, wife, or children, guru also, devata, demigod. So the foremost responsibility, getting human form of life. See, it is their past life, getting money and all that. They spend money on you. That is your past, okay? It is not that they are spending. Krishna will take care of them, You remember I was telling the 5 things. When you're born from mother's, 5 things are fixed. What is that? Your duration of life, how long how much education you will get. It is not due to parents or this and that. Your own past. How much wealth you make is also going your past. Okay? You have helped them this and that. Actually, they are not. Primary reason is not your parents' wealth. Okay? So you have done that something to them and they are giving back to you. See, this is like accounts. Okay? Understand? You are not cheating them. If they are spending some money to you because you spent some money in previous life, they are giving back to you. That's all to it. Understand? So, your wealth, what work you do, and day and time, place where you have to leave this world is fixed, this 5. In other words, previous life, we have put the karma bank, we are drawing that. We are not drawing from your parents' account, understand? It seems like, but it is not. Your own account, in their name or something, And then we are putting this life karma into the next lives. We are depositing in that bank, future bank, karma bank. You can only deposit, you cannot draw from that bank. Here you can draw, but you cannot put back. Understand? That's all to it. It is not your parent, grandparent, wealth, this and that. It is your own. It appears like that. Okay? So don't get mistaken for that. But even though you received it, if you become a devotee, you are returning them back with how much? Trillion times more what they have spent. Understand? Spiritual life you cannot buy for even $1 trillion. So you are giving them, you are making them really rich, more than you are giving back more than what they have spent on you. So why you are getting confused? Huh? So don't feel pressurized. Huh? It should make you happy. Should make you happy. At least you have, at least you have taken bhakti movement. At least you have option. So without any shred of doubt, be devotee. Understand? And it will make you happy, and it will truly make your parents happy. May not be now. Their soul will be happy. Already they will be soul will be happy. Already your grandparents' soul will be jumping. Wow, my granddaughter, grandson is taking a bhakti, doing ekadasi. Wow. So they are already realizing. You made the grandparents already happy. So why you are worried? Your parents also soon will be happy. Okay. So anyway, our time is up. I think we'll take up some other time. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Thank you again. Please forgive me. delay. So many things. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Dandavat pranams to everybody. Hare Krishna.
Dandavat Pranam, Mukul.